Welcome to Krew Talk, talking with the crew.
Anyway, all right, we're recording.
Hey, world, what's up? Us again, Krew Talk. You're with the crew, hanging out. It's myself, Angel Montoya, a.k.a. Ghost. With me, as always, Brian Anthony Skelton, a.k.a. Gumby. By my side, it's Jason Michael Morton, a.k.a. Morty J, the place to be. Right by me, it's Jimmer, the man himself, Raw Dog, a.k.a. Jimmy the Hot Dog, the Glizzy King himself.
The Glizzy God.
Is the man, Connor.
Connor's living in 2008.
I love it. He
I can't
has
even see his face.
the starter jacket on, which costs like $80 these days, and he bought it in 2015. Perfect. What do you expect?
What are you talking about? An investment?
Have you seen the Drake line of like NFL jackets? They're like $400, something retarded.
For what?
Really?
NFL jackets by Drake?
The OB, what's his brand?
Oh,
OBO.
OBO.
Or, isn't that Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's just Bill stuff. You know, Toronto, Buffalo is
Yeah.
like close to each other, but like they look cool. But I won't spend that much on a jacket.
No, who would? I mean,
I would have his Kendrick. That's good.
Hey,
are we going there? The fact that Kendrick is hosting the halftime is wild. I gotta imagine like Post Malone, the halftime show, who's the biggest star right now out.
Oh yeah.
And it should be him, but
Every genre.
Kendrick had the best diss album of the world. So
Or hear me out. I am biased. It should be Lil Wayne. Hey, Louisiana.
Yeah.
bring him back.
eh,
I thought so.
yeah. I mean, I think they did relatively okay with like the opening, the concert, the pre-concert, whatever you want to call that. It's post, and then I mean, I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar guy doing the halftime show, but at least they're staying a little more progressive with not having some fucking 80s band.
Yeah,
that
I agree.
half the people watching that game have like, I don't know who the Clash is or anything like that.
No, I remember they had like Bruce Springsteen and like who the fuck cares at this point? At this point, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, it's what's the game at halftime? Go pee, go shit.
That's
get
why I
some more
take shit.
food.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see? If it wasn't Kendrick Lamar, who do you want to see?
Well, I mean, I'm a Drake fan. I'm biased, and
Because you're the same skin tone.
I know.
Yeah,
but
it just seems good.
I know there's a lot of people who are Drake haters and all that. I get it. He's his style, I guess. Like he morphs into different styles, and some people think it's fake and whatnot. But at the same time, you can't discount somebody being at the top for basically a decade straight.
Yeah.
Like people have been bumping his music since 2008, 2009. Same with Lil Wayne. That's the other thing. It's like why is Lil Wayne doesn't have a halftime show?
Yeah.
Because you think about like the last big halftime show that
Time.
everybody unanimously was like big on was the
Just one in
everybody
LA.
was like Snoop and
Yeah.
Eminem, 50
Dre,
Cent, that
all-
group, Dr.
Yeah.
Dre.
yeah, all those people, like that was the last big one, and those are all people that were like around for a long time. So it's like Drake, Lil Wayne, those people who are just like across genres and across decades should be the ones doing halftime shows, in my opinion.
I agree. Like, no one ever got in your car and been like, put that shit by Kendrick on.
And they do for a short amount of time. Like right when his album comes out, they'll bump it for a little while. I bumped every Kendrick album that came out.
Yeah.
I would blast that for like a month or two.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
I was like, yo, put that fucking Lil Wayne on. I want to hear some bullshit, you know? Put on Drake. Put on
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. I mean, at this point, at the time where Jimmy says, put on Benny the Butcher, where half the, where
The butcher's coming.
where half the world's like, who? But we all know who Benny the fucking Butcher is. Because of Jimmy.
That's right.
He puts
That's
on
right.
Benny the Butcher long time
And when
ago.
we went, so it's John Glock and I that went to the Benny the Butcher concert at the Norva, and it was wild. So we get there, and a lot of people got Bill stuff on. So it's Buffalo rapper, and his big thing's like he's like his little mafia thing. So I have my Bill's mafia thing. He dapped me up twice, and it got me so mad. So we got there so early, and he took forever to come out. We're all the way in the front, but needless to say, I think we might have been the only white people there. And like especially Glock and John, who pasty, two bald white dudes. I mean, it was a good time. Naturally, it's like we smelled like heavy weed leaving there. He had so many performers come out for him. What do they call those? the opening acts.
Yeah.
And every time like one would leave, like John and I always say like the butcher's coming, would yell next. It'd be like some other random guy would come out like, come on, dude.
I got a job.
Is that whenever
Yeah,
you
drop.
went to the 7-Eleven and got the glizzies? Or
No, that was Rage Against the Machine up in
Okay.
DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I can't.
Yeah, only
I
me and
can't-
Glock went to that one.
I can't imagine Glock and Connor at that concert. I can only imagine if I get knocked the fuck out.
It's
Well,
a
that's
mosh
what-
pit. It's a mosh pit of two.
Yeah, well, luckily we're in like the regular seats. So I don't know if he told the story that one time he told a story about me crushing that hot dog 7-Eleven. And our seats though are way up in like the 300 sections at Capital One Arena, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And we're like, dude, it's like it was not a vibe up there. It was boring. So like, hey man, fuck this. Let's get down there somehow. So we went down the lower bowl, started walking, and there's a security guard at every entrance to check your ticket to make sure you're not doing what him and I are doing. So we're walking. I saw the security guard walk away. I just like grabbed him hard left. We went in there, and then it was like a wide open section. We're like, and I have videos of like we're 8 rows from like this stage. It was amazing. See, thank God we were in the mosh pit because I would have got beat up. And Glock would have murdered somebody. There would have been dead bodies. Then I would be like, oh, what to do? But the best part when him and I, because it was only Run the Jewels open from then, it was like Rage came out. But when we like would have to go pee or get more drinks, it'd always be funny. I'd go to like the security guard. It was like this old lady. I was like, hey, my friend has the tickets on his phone. Can you just remember my face for when I come back? She's like, yeah, no problem. So we're in and out getting drinks, beers, everything, and like
smart.
we had amazing seats.
I'm so
when we did.
pretty. I'm so pretty. Look at
Yeah,
his
I'm like,
face. I'm so
don't
pretty.
forget me. But yeah, then like naturally, by the time we leave there, we're pretty hammered. And like we left, and then we saw them like selling merch. We're like, oh, let's get shirts. And I got this Run the Jewel shirt I liked a lot.
Yeah.
And I lost that. I lost that in Brian fashion. I'll get into that. So naturally, like we
All
got
right.
it, and I'm starving, dude. And so like that's when like the whole hot dog thing happened. So fast forward, dude. Like I go out with this chick one time. We went to Keegan's,
Hey,
and I was always sauced before I got there, naturally.
what's
And this girl this chick gets there, and she looks at me. You see how glassy my eyes were. She's like, "Have you already been drinking?" I'm like, "I just had like this one. I had one of these waiting for you. That's it." Blah 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 blah. So we hang out. It goes okay. She's kind of lame. And at one point, she asked me. She was like, "Do you go by? Is like Jimmy your real name?" I'm like, "Yeah, 100%. Like that's my name." And so we go to another spot, just like get something to eat and like one more drink. And I put the fucking card down. I go to the bathroom. I come back. She's like, "I thought you said your name was Jimmy." I was
here
like,
we go.
It is. Yeah. And she's like, "I looked at your card." I'm like, "Okay, creep." And she's like, it says James on there. I'm like, that's like a standard. If someone says their name is Bob, their name's not fucking Bob. Their name's Robert. But like, yeah, Bob's their name. That's like a standard.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. So this chick, she's like yelling at me. I'm like texting the boys like, "Where you guys at? I'm about to meet you up." No fly zone. She's like, "What are you doing after this?" I'm like, "Going home." You know what I mean? And I was like about to go to I think everyone was at like the Grain or something. And I'm just going home. She's like, "Well, I'll give you a ride home." I was like, "Huh, okay."
Oh.
I like where this is going.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh,
Your name
I mean,
was
I'll take-
Jimmy. Now it's James.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
good?
now they're a little more sophisticated because my name's James. But so she drives me home. She stayed the night, but like nothing crazy. It wasn't like fun. And then like she's like, "Standard, can I borrow clothes?" I was like, "Yeah, I gave her a pair of." It wasn't fun. I bought it. Was like my night last night. But I gave her a pair of like Nike sweats and my Run the Jewels shirt.
Oh.
And then when she woke up the next day, she's like, "Hey, I'll wash these and give them back to you." I was like, "Cool." I figured I might see her at least one more time. She'd stay a night in my place. First time I hung out. And then, sure enough, like, I texted her like that, like, "Hey, you want to get together sometime?" She's like, "No, I'm not interested in you like that." I was like, "Okay, cool." The standard, usual. I was like, "That's fine." I'm like, "But I want my clothes back." I'm like, "I really like the shirt I gave you. Like, I don't care about the sweatpants." And she's like, yeah. Never gave it back to me.
Oh no.
Just like that time, Brian,
Oh, here we go.
when we were leaving,
Call him
what's
out.
that Thursday night spot? Where were we? When we got, everyone was in town.
The Crocs.
We're all staying at
Yeah.
Crocs.
Boys
Crocs.
Trip 21.
Thursday night, yeah.
What a great trip.
And,
Yeah,
and we met we met the group of girls that were there for something. I don't remember.
A bachelor
Well, Alex,
party.
remember? Yeah, whatever. Alex like became friends with him.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Talk to him. That's the reason we went there is because she like got along with them. It was cold-ish out. Brian gave my expensive ass North Face jacket.
Yeah,
to
Joe
this
got
chick to
pneumonia.
wear. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I remember they're from Ohio. She should be used to cold weather. It wasn't even that cold.
You remember they're from Ohio?
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember they're from Ohio. And we go to their house. I remember we're drinking, taking shots at 3, 4 in the morning. The worst idea ever. I slapped Brian at one point.
Yes.
I don't know why. I could not even tell you what.
You're Jimmy.
Made sense to me at the
It
time.
made sense at the time.
Made sense at the time. He probably just looked at me. I was like, "You fucking
Yeah,
look at me."
he did. He goes, I'm leaving. I was like, well, fuck. Okay.
It was time to go anyways. If we're slapping each other, it's time to go.
You hit Brian, but I was like, I'm leaving. And we're like, oh, okay. Good choice. I understand.
But I remember I fell asleep on the sidewalk waiting for the Uber.
Yeah, if you look at like episode, was it 6 or 7, Brian? That intro to the podcast is us in the Uber passed out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
me, you, Glock, Alex awake, and Brian's recording. It's just like us just
Everyone's
asleep.
I don't remember. Yeah, I barely remember like leaving that place, of course. But I said we talked about earlier. Like I'm pretty sure I went to the room I was staying at their house. Like I went to bed, and I wake up in the 7 position by Angel, like head to head. And like I wake up, I was like, why would I have slept here? And just still hammered. And then like Brian was at the hotel, so we had a hotel too. We're at the Crown Plaza.
You said, hey, where's Brian? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And you said, hold on. Pull location up at the Marriott.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got there.
He went home.
Yeah. I think you like split road the Uber.
Jimmer, since you're on, I want to ask a question. Do you want to defend yourself over the past 2 podcasts? Because we've been.
Oh, I know you guys have been hammering me.
No, I'm not hammering you, but
I don't know. I don't know.
Good stories.
Yeah, well, classics. If I'm around, it's a good time generally.
Yeah, so I'm asking, like, we've been putting out bullshit about you. Not bullshit, but like
Yeah,
stories
true
about
stories
the Jimmer.
that hurt me.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there anything you want to say to everyone?
well, yeah, it's been tough. Like this last week the Bills lost, so I've been like sad. And no one like at work like talk shit to me, but I was like, man, tough break about the Bills. Like, dog, I know, I watched the game.
Yeah.
Don't have to break. Yeah. Like if one of my parents died, I don't need to get told every day, like, oh, bummer, right? Yeah, dude, fuck that stuff. Like, the Bills season's dead. I don't want to talk about it, dude. Next year. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, the big hot dog one, the one that Glock and I went to the Phillies Yankees game. He set me up on that. Nothing I can do.
He did, and he admitted to it. He said, the only reason I went to the game was to Jimmer the hot dog.
Dude, I'm off. I forgot why. Why was I off? Yeah, so it was Tuesday night. So I'm at the taco spot next to my house, slamming margies with a rando, and Glock texted me because I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be there Thursday," and he's like, "Hey, Yankees, Phillies play tomorrow day game. Let's go." I was like, "All right, dude, I'm gonna stop drinking right now." Like, woke up at 5 a.m. Get up there. I probably get there like at 10:30. The game's it's like a noon first pitch, something like that. So we get there, we're just slamming beers. He gets like a bag, like a regular grocery bag, and we're in the Uber, just getting after it. So we're already like we barely eat, and then we get hammered. It's like the end of the second, third inning. Right after the Yankees, I even crushed a grand slam, so we're smoking Philly right now. And so he's like, dude, I love this hot dog spot. Or I should have known, right? I should have known. Fisher, he was playing it for years, probably on this one. He's like, I'm gonna get somebody.
Long game.
So it wasn't a hot dog. It was like a kielbasa. It was like the big joint. So we go over to the concession stand, and Nad's like, we get him. First thing Glock does when he picks this up, drops it right there. All the food. The food's like, yeah, I saw you, dude. I'll give you another one. So we go to a spot. We can set it down, and I don't pay attention. Like, I'm hungry. So I just immediately started eating. I didn't even notice he like walked away from me, so he can get like a full body shot of me, just like two-handing. It's like it sounds terrible. It's like a foot long kielbasa, and I'm holding it like a sub, dude. Just like secure grip, one on the top, one on the bottom, and just like motherfucker, dude. When he showed it to me, and he put it in like the group chat, I was like, well, that's never gonna go away.
Yeah,
and then still around.
I mean,
it's on
Brian
Brian's
made socks on it.
And,
2 hands on it.
when I posted during draft weekend, when I posted Brian's socks on like a Snap story, I have never had so many people hit me up, like respond to a story of mine. Like, I just went to the Grand Canyon. I've done all this shit that's like people never do in their life, and like maybe one or two girls are like, oh, it's so cute there. I put a thing of Brian's socks and me crushing the kielbasa two-handed, and like dudes I haven't talked to in years are like, that's hilarious. I love it. Just like, they're all like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, dude.
Dude,
So
Brian's
funny.
put your face in that picture on a pair
And
of socks.
my jaw's like locked open too.
I'm
I like
crying.
wide open. Yeah.